are back with award-winning actress Vanessa Bell Calloway. All right, so how long have you been cancer-free?
Oh, I am so happy to say 2025 will be 16 years.
Yes.
And yes, and it's such a blessing. So
Yes,
happy.
yes, we got to celebrate that. All right. And your family helped carry you through all this. You got two daughters, Ashley and
Yes.
Alexandra. You actually did
Hmm.
video with them dancing because you actually started in dance. So you shared
Yes.
this with your daughters as well.
Well, it was, both my girls, of course, the moment they could walk, I put them in dance class. This is funny, the moment they were born. And I don't know if you've had children, but for those women out there that have, one was a cesarean, the first one, and the second one was a VBAC.
Mm.
So I've had them both. And I'm there like, you're just out of it because you just had a baby. The first thing I did was take that little chunky leg and I pulled it out. And then I took that foot and I pointed it. I said, she's going to be good. She's going to be just fine. She's going to dance. I swear to God, that's the first thing I did. And they both are beautiful dancers. They were beautiful dancers growing up. Like I danced, all the studying. I had the dance companies I did dance with in Broadway and TV shows. I'm trained. I studied with Alvin Ailey. I studied Graham and Horton and Cunningham. And so I danced from the time I was like 12 till, well into my adulthood.
Wow.
So that was always my dream, is to do a trio with my daughters. And I asked them for a birthday that I had. I said, I don't want anything. It was a significant birthday. I said, I don't want anything. This is what I want. And we were in 3 different places. One lived in New York. I was in Atlanta, and my other daughter was here in California. And we literally had 2 days to learn it. When we got home for Christmas, we had 2 days to learn it. A girlfriend of mine, I had hired her to choreograph it. I had the wardrobe, the costumes made in Atlanta, and we're all kind of the same size. So the wardrobe person just used my body to make all 3 costumes. It's like,
Wow.
we literally got together and we learned it. And a friend of mine, Darren Grant, who's this big director, he was directing the show I was doing. And I talked him into coming, and Darren was on ladders, and we had skateboards, and we were doing,
Y'all making it happen.
we made it happen. And when I tell you, to this day, that is one of my most favorite things that I have shared with my daughters and that I have in the world. I see it and I still cry, especially at the end when I put that picture of the 3 of us. Because, those are my babies. Those are my babies.
Yes, I have a 4-year-old. So, yeah, we working on what we'll do together. It's such a precious moment. So glad you shared that.
Is.
And so you mentioned Atlanta. You've been Broadway, New York, of course, working in L.A. as well. And you've been married through all this 36 years?
36 years. Yes, ma'am.
So how have you and your husband stayed connected even when you have to work all these different places?
Well, the first thing is you got to marry the right person. You got to, as the Bible says, you got to be equally yoked. And then you got to remember that the person you marry, that's who they are. So I was an actress when he met me. I was an actress when he married me. And, and I told him, and I will be an actress till I say I'm done, So if you have a problem marrying an actress, then I'm not the one for you. But because he loves me and he supports me, he's my biggest cheerleader. He's the first one to push me out of my comfort zone, to say, you should take that role, or, go out of town and do that. And because he has a life and I have a life, and we have a life together. And I always tell people that if you're sitting around waiting for the other person in a relationship, that relationship is not going to last, because everybody's got to wake up with a purpose. And you got to remember who you were in this marriage as a person before you got married. And love changes. And that's not a bad thing. I mean, that insatiable love that you feel it when you first meet in your 20s and all that, that's great. But as you mature, your love mature and it changes. And if you're growing together, as it changes, you change with it, you're good. But if one veers left, one veers right, and sometimes people can't take the change. So we've been blessed. We get each other. We still love each other. We love being together. We travel together a lot. We're both nurturers, so we love taking care of. We have a dog, and both of our girls have a dog. So we have 2 grand dogs, and most of the time we have all 3 of them together because they drop them off like they're at daycare. they think this is daycare, girl. But we love that. We love our animals. We love our family. We love our friends. We love our kids. And because we have a lot of things in common like that, it just works for us. And we're kind to each other. That's really important. We're kind and appreciative of each other. We say yes, please. We say thank you. We let the other person know, I really appreciate that. Thank you. That was so sweet. We don't call each other out of our name. We don't argue. We argue, but we don't argue like in public or we never argued in front of the kids, and you never hear us screaming and hollering at each other. We don't do that. Yeah. We respect each other. So when you have a respect for the person that you're married with and a history, and you really truly love them, and you grow together and you give them freedom to be who they are, and you continue to be who you are, you look up, you got 30, and we can't believe that 36 years has gone so fast. We're like, 36 years.
Oh.
And that's when you know it's good.
Yeah.
It's just like, I can't believe it. I've been married 36 years.
That is beautiful. I love that. I love that y'all support each other. That is key, I will say. Now, he's an anesthesiologist. Have you seen in your career, you got your homegirls in Hollywood, have you seen a difference between being married to a man with a career outside of acting in Hollywood?
I think it's healthy, because what happens is, when you're outside of Hollywood, it's okay to be like actors being married. I'm sure that's fine for a lot of people. But I don't want to marry an actor. I don't want to be with somebody who does the exact same thing I do. I think that's what makes the spice of life so much fun, because when we met, he had a group of friends. I had a group of friends. Our friends got together. We give the best parties. Oh, our parties are amazing. Everybody loves coming to our parties because we know so many different kind of people. He's from LA. He was born and raised here. I'm from Ohio. But, we are able to bring different people together, and that's what makes it fun. And I asked him once when we were dating, I said, why me? You don't want to marry like a woman that's like a lawyer or a doctor? And he said, no. He said, I don't want to marry nobody that's doing the same thing I'm doing. So I was fun for him, because I introduced him to Hollywood. We go to premieres, we go to great parties. We used to go on like golfing tournaments and all things like that I was gifted with. And then he came, and I've met so many great friends, his friends and their wives. And so it's fun.
Okay, Vanessa, I'm waiting on my invite to the next party. My producer and I will go ahead and book our flights and be there.
You definitely can come.
Okay, after this break, we're going to talk about Vanessa's upcoming projects you don't want to miss. We'll be back.